All right, guys, welcome to the Old Glory Red Report. Today we are going to be talking about that amazing Open Cup game that went down on Wednesday, and what a game that was. We do have LAFC in the next round, so we'll talk about that a little bit, and we'll end it off with a little pre-match for Phoenix coming up at the weekend. We do have them on the return fixture home after just playing them a couple weeks ago, so it should be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, hit that subscribe button down below. I know my voice sounds a little raspy. I'm getting over a cold. I'm going to power through this. If you can just hit that subscribe button down below, share our videos, it'd probably make me feel better. I know it'd make Casey feel better too, even though he's not sick. But thanks for being with us today. We're going to jump into it. Last night's game, incredible. I don't even know what to say. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. The people that stuck around for the full extra time.
Yeah, fought the cold.
It was cold. It was crazy. Yeah. But we had a great time last night.
Yeah, I mean, what a game it was. Taking into extra time. Congrats to all the fans that stayed there. You're the true fans, the ones that are out there for the full thing. Glad to see you guys out there cheering. TVB was out loud and proud. Great performance from the guys. Good press the whole game. I think it was kind of a unique formation. I have here that it was a 4-1-2-1-2, which is kind of odd. You said it was a little bit different. I think you said Horde was playing a little bit higher earlier on. So, it was a very interesting formation going into this game, right?
Yeah, it was. It was kind of a 4-3-3, a 4-4-2. I mean, it was a little odd. It was like Horde was high on the right, but also Nisha was a second forward, but he was shaded more to the right as well. So it was almost like an overload on the right-hand side of the pitch. Bijev was dropping a little bit deeper than he's accustomed to. So that was it was interesting, but I think that the tactics really worked yesterday. Yeah. The whole game, from first minute throughout, I mean, we were on the front foot the entire time.
Absolutely. Maybe Elliott saw something on that right side, maybe one of their left backs or on the left defense that he thought he could take advantage of. It was a Sounders team that we talked about. It kind of limped into this game. There was a lot of two players out, Chankum and Hines, I think the other guy's name is. Hines, I think I'm saying that right. And, these are guys we're familiar with because we've already played them twice this season. And, Chankum coming out, we know he's a good player. He had a bit of a rash challenge early in the game that got him a yellow card. So that may have calmed him down a little bit. But coming out, I think they were just kind of hesitant to play us. They just didn't seem like a team that came to win this game. Republic just really dominated the whole time.
Yeah, I think the situation was set up for us to get a win yesterday because Sounders are having an atrocious start to their season in MLS. They've had a rash of injuries. They've been dealing with, like Dempsey last night. He's been suspended from the U.S. Open Cup for previous infractions. So they've had a lot to deal with. We knew they were going to put out a weaker side last night. They did look the part like they don't have the cohesiveness as maybe some of the first team regulars on their team. They are dealing with some players also being left off as they're joining their World Cup squad. So, and then we had the home game. So it was set up for us to play an MLS team, stick it to them, maybe that extra boost, playing against a limping side coming in. But what I liked is we came out early and we stayed on them, and we didn't let up for the entire 120 minutes.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, like I said, we played the press amazing. I think, there was a few players that came on the pitch that just looked fired up and were going. Bijev looked amazing. Iwasa looked amazing. Some really great play from them. What a goal by Iwasa early on. Horde set him up nonetheless, coming up in that real, far right position kind of we talked about. And I was a little surprised with him playing that position, but I think he did really well there. I think, he was able to control the play. He had good touch. He had good passes coming in. I think Elliott saw that, and that's maybe why he put him there. But he set up that first goal, and what a goal it was, and that really got us firing after that, too. The crowd got behind it and everything.
Yeah. It was a little surprising to see Horde out there, I agree. But he really did well. And not only that, but cohesively, the team, I mean, we've talked about the press before. We've talked about how we press teams high, and that's a big strength of our team. It's something that you can expect from us every game. But last night, there was a few times where I got caught up just watching us and thinking, wow, everyone on our team is just there. It was like every time Seattle got the ball, someone oftentimes 2 or 3 of our men were there.
Yeah.
And it was great to watch. We were creating so many turnovers and friction in their defensive third in the middle part of the pitch. Even the first goal, I think it was it might have been Hall or Moffitt that intercepted the ball.
It was Moffitt, yeah.
Yeah, and a couple passes here and there, Horde slides it across. I think when we were watching it live, we thought Horde tried to shoot it, but when I saw the replay, it looked like he definitely was crossing that ball.
I give him credit.
And Iwasa did what he does. He puts the ball in the back of the net. But back to the original point, everyone seemed to be on the same page. So the 11 that Elliott put out there, I mean, it was great to watch. There was a lot of unity, a lot of pressing, and Seattle was flustered the entire match.
They were. They tried to play a lot of direct passing. They tried to go over the top, and they had Shane come out there, a guy that can do it. He is a talent, but it just wasn't working for him. They did get a little lucky in the 91st minute to our extreme disappointment, and it kind of hit somebody's leg, deflected in. Cohen really can't do much, and sends us into extra time. Very disappointing, but what I got to say is the boys didn't let him get it down. Let it get them down. They kept going for it. Even Iwasa said it in the post-match. They saw that Seattle was tired, and they came out still firing. And I think that was a key for them to get that second goal.
Yeah, I mean, exactly what you said. We came out, we played them hard. They definitely weren't ready to play a full 90, and you could tell. I mean, we could see it when even the first period of extra time, Seattle's keeper is trying to waste time. He's trying to get it to a penalty shootout situation, or at least waste 15 to 20 minutes of the extra time where they can maybe have a burst or two. But, I mean, exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, even on the sideline, we were saying, you could tell that at some point Seattle was just trying to play for the PKs.
Yeah.
They had no confidence going forward. They definitely didn't think they were going to win this in open play. They were going to either win it off a set piece or they're going to win it off a PK.
Yeah, and, when we were watching that game, 91st minute, we give up the goal. It was such a backbreaker because our team had dominated the entire game, and for us to not win that game would have really been a bad taste in our mouths. Not just because it's an MLS team, but we just thoroughly outplayed this team. Whether it's a USL game, but we deserve to win. I think everyone would have felt that if we lost that game, it would have just been such a disappointment, and we deserved to be the team to move on last night, and eventually we did. So it was all worth it in the end. The agony was worth it. We got the win. We move on. Yeah,
I mean, absolutely. The numbers here don't lie either. 26 shots to 7 shots. 9 shots on target to 2 shots. Now, they do say that possession was kind of split. I don't know if I saw that, but maybe. Okay, I'll give it to that. So definitely the Republic came out to play. Iwasa in the late, I think it was 115th minute or so, put a shot on. The keeper parries it away. He can't stop it. Matty Asik's just in the right place at the right time, puts it in. And I think that's, in a long time, I mean, we've had a good season, but in a long time, I haven't felt that kind of electricity at Papa Murphy's Park. People were cheering. They were dancing. It was just a special moment to be there that night.
It was. And, it's funny because it was an MLS opponent. Yeah, sure, they didn't have their A team out there, but you don't expect our team to be firing on all cylinders like that against a team that should be better, right? We've won games at home this year. We've had good performances at home, but I don't remember having a home game where we outshot somebody 4-1.
Yeah, definitely.
And it was just a great atmosphere. I think, like you said, because the players played really well. And going back to your possession statistic, it was 50-50 split. But the difference in possession couldn't have been more different, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, Seattle was possessing the ball to hold possession because they're being pressed. When Republic was winning the ball, they were already in advanced position, so they weren't playing too much back. It was mostly retaining the ball and moving forward, getting the ball back when you lose it and going forward. But there's a big difference when you talk about possession because the numbers can be a little deceiving, and that's one of those times where Seattle had I would say 95% of their possession was in their own half.
Yeah, definitely.
Whereas our possession was more balanced throughout the pitch.
Yeah, definitely. Overall, though, I mean, what a game. We're moving on to the next round. We did get the draw this morning. We are playing LAFC in the next round down at, Bank of California?
Yes, Bank of California.
Right? So that'll be a great experience for the players. It's a brand new stadium. It's a lovely stadium. I wish I could make it down there. I probably won't, but we'll probably have some good TVB support going down there. So going into this game, what do you think? Do you think we can go to LAFC and maybe get a result against them?
Maybe. We still don't know the date. We know it's going to be in about 2 weeks or so. It'll be 2 weeks from...
Yeah, right. Mid-June sometime.
Midweek game. So, a lot can happen between now and then. Form can change, injuries and things like that. But we do know that LA will be a little bit weakened because they do have players that will be performing in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Carlos Vela,
he's going to
their
Mexico.
Star. He's been on fire for LA. He will not be there because he will be playing with El Tri in the World Cup. So, that's a big loss.
We got Beta Shore's going to Iran, and that's one of their strong defenders.
They have a couple other
Garber's
players,
also going to Egypt, I think, and that's one of their good defenders as well.
And Urania is also one of their players that will not be playing in that game, most likely.
He's going to Costa Rica, right?
Yeah.
He's from Costa Rica. Yeah, so, but with that said, though, in the Open Cup, is this late enough in the rounds that you think we're going to start seeing stronger teams from the MLS sides?
I think that we'll have an opportunity to win this game. I don't expect them to play their best team because they're already weakened from their MLS games because of the World Cup.
Yeah.
MLS doesn't stop during the World Cup.
No.
So they don't have the luxury of playing their best 11 every match. They're already missing 4 or 5 key contributors on that team. We're going to be playing against another B, maybe C level side just for the fact of the matter. There's only so many players on the roster, and, with the World Cup coming up, players needing rest, I think we could win this game. It would be awesome if we had the game at home. I would say that I would even probably predict we would win. But
that would be great.
But,
the draw did not go away on that one.
We'll see when that game comes up. We'll have a better idea going into it.
Yeah, LAFC is coming in their last 5 games, I think they've won 1, drew 2, and lost 2. They are sitting in 4th in the conference, which is, a good standing in MLS. But maybe they don't have the greatest of form in the last few games. And that paired with maybe they're not going to be able to field their strongest team as we talked about. I think we can go there and get a result. I don't think it's unfair to say we don't have a chance. Or I don't think it's fair to say we don't have a chance. So we'll go there. We'll do our best. I think we can go there and get a result. I'm going to say we can beat them 2-1. I think it's going to be a good game. Both teams have the potential to score. What do you think we're going to go there and do?
Yeah, I think we win. I think we win in penalties.
You think so?
Yeah. But I think that can change. When we get closer to that game, I think we'll revisit this. But from right now, I say we win in penalties, yeah.
All right. We'll revise our selections after a few more games and see where things stand. Our next big challenge is going to be Phoenix Saturday.
Yes.
It's an 8 p.m. game. It's a late game. Try to get that heat down. Hopefully the bugs don't get us this time. Should be a good game, though. We went to Arizona. We got the results there. We got the 3 points there. How you feeling coming here?
I feel good about the game. I do have concerns. One of my biggest concerns is Phoenix has not played a game in, I believe, 10 days. By Saturday, it will be 10 days because they had a midweek game last week.
And then they had a bye?
And they had a bye, yeah.
And then
they
had
no Open Cup because they got upset in their first match. So they'll have rest. They'll be rested coming in. But there's 2 sides to that coin. One side is you can say they'll have their legs under them. And the other side is, well, they might not be in the best form because they haven't played.
They'll be a little lackadaisical, yeah.
Exactly. And on the flip side of that, we just played a 120-minute game against an MLS side, and the boys played hard last night. It wasn't like, for the full 120, they were playing. Guys like Awasa, Bijev. These guys are playing pretty much every single game for our team. So I'm not sure if we're going to see the same lineup. I'm not sure if we're going to see the same speed and endurance out there. I do expect it to be an open game because Phoenix can score. They can score goals. They have 4 really good attacking players. I don't know if Billy Forbes will be back. I know he's been injured. He's another weapon with this team. Phoenix, it's almost ridiculous, the attacking players that they have.
Cortez, Johnson, they have a slew of great attacking potential.
Yeah, they have 4 guys who have 4 or 5 goals.
You think Drogba will make the trip?
I'm going to say he does not make the trip, but we'll see.
He doesn't tend to travel, but...
He doesn't tend to travel. I did see him, I think he was hanging out with Roger Federer the other day.
So, what do you think we're going to get the result in this one?
I do think there's going to be some goals scored in this game. I'm going to go with the 2-1 win. I wanted to say 2-2, but I'm going to say 2-1. I know. I probably should just... Yeah, I'm going to say 2-1. 2-1. I think we do pull it out in the end. I do expect our home crowd to be good. I think we're riding a good wave right now. And even with the tired legs, I think we get the win.
I think with the confidence of the back line, I think in the last couple of games we've seen the back line play the best they have all season. And with this win against Seattle in the Open Cup, I think going in, I'm going to say 2-0. I think our back line's going to stay strong. The supporters are going to be out there loud and proud. I think we're going to go there, or they're going to come here actually, and get that result. I think 2-0 for us, getting 3 more points and topping them over on the table. I think that's going to happen. So
yeah.
Something we didn't cover was, who was your man of the match for the Sounders game?
Yeah, and before I give mine, we did ask the members of the Tower Bridge Battalion, and it was overwhelming. They picked Cameron Iwasa. That's pretty standard. You could probably say he's been the man of the match half the games this year. So
yeah, very easily.
He had a great game. He scored a goal and had the shot on frame that led to the second goal. So an unofficial assist is what I like to call that.
We'll give him a hockey assist.
Yeah. I know this is a little bit out of the ordinary, but my man of the match is Simon Elliott. And the reason why I say that is because it was so hard for me to find anyone who didn't play well last night, and I think everyone on the team from the first minute of the game was dialed in. You saw the effort, the energy, even when we missed a pass or missed a shot, and we had a lot of attempts on goal that did not go in, which we probably should have scored.
Their keeper had a couple good saves as well. You got to give him credit. He had 2 or 3 really good saves.
But with the organization of the back line, we didn't really have too many holes. Even the goal they scored was kind of a crap goal, right? I'm giving the man of the match to the coach because they were ready to play last night. That was I think the most full 90 or 120 minutes we've seen from any game that they've played this year.
Definitely. And he got his tactics spot on. I mean, like you said, maybe he flooded that right to go to somebody. I don't know what he saw there, but whatever he chose to do, it was right. For me, my man of the match is I go with the fans. I'm with Iwasa. He was all over the pitch. He was creating. He was holding the ball up. He had some great runs in. But I would be amiss not to talk about Nishaw. He started out the season maybe not on best form, but he was amazing last night. He kept going at the center backs.
Yes.
Gomez has just been amazing for us in that back position as well. I think he's had game after game, and we don't acknowledge him enough, so I just want to say he had a really good game this game, too. Give him a lot of credit.
Yeah, absolutely. Bijev was out there creating a lot of chances again. Horde, he got to play last night, and he didn't disappoint. He had an assist.
It was good to see him get minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Even Schmidt back there, I thought played real solid. They tried to get around him a couple times. You could see players are running at him trying to get around him because he's a bigger guy.
Yeah.
But he used his frame really well to get in the way. So I think he had a good game too. It's just hard to say that really. I don't think anybody didn't have a very good game last night.
Even our subs coming on, Matty Assett got the goal. Villarreal looked good when he was coming on, and he may has not been having the best season as well, in my opinion at least. But I think he looked good. Espino has been a fire when he comes on. He comes on, he adds a little spark. So good job to the boys all around, I got to say. I think it was a great
absolutely.
performance.
I think everybody who went last night or watched the game was rewarded and saw not only a quality performance, but a real just full game. And we've been talking about that, how our team has lacked having cohesive, passionate, full, solid 120 or 90 minutes, I should say.
At least.
90 minutes. But we got that last night, so it was great.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you guys watching our videos. We are on all the social media, so check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and all that kind of stuff, and always stay tuned for our future videos.
Yeah, make sure to hit that subscribe button right below. Share this post. We do giveaways. We've given out tickets. We have other things that we'll be giving away, apparel. We have events coming up. Even if you are subscribed to this channel, maybe some of your friends would like to see what we have, and maybe there's some friends out there who want free tickets for some games, or maybe some shirts and signed autographed things for their kids. But if you subscribe to the channel, you can see all of our content and be up to date with everything Republic.
Until next time, guys, thanks for watching this. Peace.